They say absence makes the heart grow fonder, but sometimes absence just makes the lies harder to hide. My name is Melanie. I'm 38 years old, and until 6 months ago, I believed I had the perfect life. A loving husband, two amazing kids, a home that always smelled like cinnamon and fresh coffee. But I was wrong. So wrong. This is the story of how I discovered that every time my husband said he was flying out for work, he was flying into someone else's arms. And not just a one-night stand, not a fling. No, he had another life, another family. We met when I was 24. He was a charming, confident man in his early 30s, already climbing the corporate ladder with ease. He said all the right things, made me feel seen, special, safe. We got married 2 years later, had our first child a year after that. Then came the second, and just like that, we were what people would call a picture-perfect family. But if you looked a little closer, the cracks were there. He traveled a lot, always important business trips, always last-minute flights to conferences and client meetings. But I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? He provided for us. He was affectionate, at least when he was home. And I was too busy juggling kids, home, and part-time work to question anything. That is, until one night, something strange happened. He was supposed to be in Seattle for 4 days. I was folding laundry, half watching a true crime documentary, when I got a notification on my phone. A message from our shared cloud account, one I had completely forgotten we even had. A photo had uploaded automatically. At first, I didn't think much of it, but when I opened it, my heart dropped. It was him, smiling, sitting in a sunny backyard, with a woman and a little boy, maybe 4 or 5 years old, on his lap. The boy looked just like him. I zoomed in. The woman was leaning in close to him, too close to be a colleague. My hands were shaking. I stared at the timestamp. It was taken that day. But he told me he was in a conference room, in meetings all day. Why would he lie? Unless this wasn't a mistake. Unless this was his real life. I didn't confront him right away. Instead, I did something I never thought I'd do. I became a detective. I tracked his old bookings, logged into our flight rewards account, looked at every destination. I even searched his name through public records. And that's when everything unraveled. His conferences had a pattern. The same city, the same neighborhood. I searched deeper, and I found her. The woman from the photo, Jessica, single mother, or so it said on her social media. But then I saw it. Photos of her partner, same man, my husband. Photos dating back 7 years. 7. He'd been living a double life for almost a decade. He had another son. He took family photos with them. He went to the kids' school plays. He carved pumpkins with them in the fall. He was a husband to both of us, a father in 2 homes, and I had no idea. I finally confronted him when he returned. I didn't scream, didn't throw anything. I just showed him the photo and asked, "Who are they?" He stared at it in silence, and then he cried. Not a single lie, not a single excuse, just tears. He told me he never meant to fall in love with her, said it started as a mistake, that he thought he could keep it under control. But then the child came, and he couldn't leave. He said he loved both families, that he was torn every day, that he hated lying to me, but couldn't walk away from them either. I asked him, "So, we were just what? Half of your life?" He didn't answer, because we both knew the truth. I filed for separation, not out of anger, but because I needed to rebuild myself, not for revenge, but for clarity. He now splits his time, openly, between the two families. Our kids are slowly adjusting. I don't know if I'll ever fully forgive him. But I know this: the man I thought I married never really existed. And now I'm learning to live again, to love myself again, and to find truth in the places lies once lived. Because sometimes the most dangerous thing a person can hide is a whole other life. Closing scene. Slow fade to black with somber piano music. Narration. If you've ever been lied to, if you've ever had your reality shattered, you're not alone, and you will find your way out, one truth at a time.